Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Hello, it's Future Me, Past Me, here to tell you as a PSA that there are some flashing moments in this game. That is, ever since the update dropped for 2.9.0, as well as the DLC. It's mostly very subtle, but it happened when I was getting items, that is from the, I believe, crafting bench, and if not, even also the Jam Jamboree stand. It just so happened that just receiving the items very quickly, it was flashy too, anytime that happened. And also in the DLC itself, it happened. There's one particular area, you could say, with the garden, that off to the right, there's just this hedge that likes to flash a little bit. I just want to put that warning out there. It's not super terrible, but in case you are someone who is sensitive to that, just thought I'd put this warning in here. So keep that in mind, and hopefully in the future, they will have that patched out and updated. But of course, too, please enjoy the video starting now. Let's go ahead and jump in Hello Kitty Island Adventure today and see who's here, who's saying hello. But more importantly, we left off on a very high note / low note because I did not have enough to create a beautiful critter wand that may get us moving, if you will, in the DLC side of things. As for the base game, there's been disappointment. So we'll see if that maybe can turn around today. I highly doubt it though. We got a friendship blossom, never mind. Our day is turning around. And our outfits are also turning around, which, speaking of these outfits, they did put a post about this on their lovely Twitter account, and I'm just like, it's 4 days in though now, and then some. What do you mean? That's not an odd time. What the heck? And then I thought there was gonna be other stuff with this. What the heck? I guess it was more so for the spooky celebration, which, sorry, I'll show that off too. Why not? You know, one day, 9 hours and 30 minutes counting from the time that this is being shown. So there's that. But yeah, again, just timing for things is just really just not good. It's just not that good. At least I don't feel it's that good. It feels, again, it's a miss. Completed, because they did it for us. So that can feel complete. We get this. And that. And then, yes. Pay no mind to that. Okay. Climb to Icy Peak. Catch a spooky swamp fish. Visit the Hello Kitty Cafe. Just straight up show a critter we would like to become for DLC purposes. I miss you all dearly. Yeah, they pieced on out of here so fast, it's like they didn't even want to stay around, and I don't blame them. I don't at all. Alan Spirit right now is rocking the cinnamon roll energy, aka I was in the way as well, but you know, same difference, saying hello. So yeah, now these should be on their cycle of, yeah, I can't do anything with them, which is totally fine. So yeah, this is still here for today, but again, the most disappointing thing on even doing this is getting the fish. The RNG is absolutely abysmal. And how am I supposed to get the huge armored bass? Truly, how? How is it possible with RNG so crap? In my eyes and in the way that the game has shown for me. Maybe different for you. Maybe you've gotten so many and maybe it's the opposite. But I do not find that fun as a way of doing a derby. Again, I feel like there should be other variants. I meant to this button. That is for you to be able to complete it. So again, like I was saying for last time, being able to catch more of at least one of the fish, that should count. You know? Because you can't control it, and it doesn't seem to be affected by, oh gee, I have what they love. Which, again, I don't know where you would know that information. That is of what they love. Sorry. Because, right, okay, if I go... to them... It just doesn't. It's plus. Okay. Then the only reason why it shows that is because I did do it. I looked it up. But like again, doing this. Yeah, it's not for everything. It's only for ones that have been revealed. I see. But again, doing this isn't the best. But because then it's like you pick up an almanac anyways and it's not like it tells you. Again, it'd be nicer to actually read it. And then it's just like, try using? What do you mean by try? There's nowhere that tells you that it's there. Did I look better? No. I think they just could have implemented the almanacs just a little bit better, because that's stupid. It's bad. It's badly executed. Because then now you're just picking up random ones. And then let's say that you don't have the fish, though. What happens if you don't have the fish? Again, there's one fish that I'm missing. It's a legendary fish. It's the only legendary that was released. And I'm just like, well, how am I supposed to know how to catch that one besides the time of day and like what it actually likes? But then I'm going from there. Okay, so you have that information, fine. But it doesn't even boost the chances of me getting a larger one. So what's the point? Okay, so they bite faster and you can fish faster. You actually have a reason to, you know, invest in food. Sure, whatever. But again, my bigger complaint, if it's not going to help me catch the bigger size of them, it's just going to help me at the rate at which I'm catching them, that seems like a miss. Because I didn't feel like the rate at which I was even catching them was an issue, especially if you have Batsumaru, and then eventually when you can have then Hangrodon, like both of them together, it wasn't really an issue, other than I was just complaining about, okay, if it's in the green, you should be able to fish it faster. That doesn't make any sense. Just personally. But maybe I'm more bitter because I don't care to fish in the game. That is entirely fair. Take it with a grain of salt of how I feel about it. But I do think that with including the items and all, there should then be a notification icon. Okay? If we're gonna, you know, just randomly have the almanacs, right? You randomly collect them, whatever they're for. Either they should have put in a little bit more effort and not just put numbering them, just, you know, right, number 3, whatever. But then, if that's not the case, they should absolutely would have put a little, you know, annoying icon, whatever color you want it to be. Red is usually the color, right? Put it here, and then put little dots over the fish of what it's for. I think that would have been a nice solution. Because then, right, it's like, why am I collecting these? Why can't I look at them? What do you mean I have that information? What are you talking about? Again, from someone who doesn't really scroll through. And let alone, like, the hint, of course, of, you know, just try. And then you use it and then confirm, sure. But I think that's where it's a miss as well. I will stop beating the living daylights out of them, though, and tearing them apart. Instead, I will do what I do best and focus on the flowers that I feel got a little extra spicy when I had you-know-who with me. Again, it's mostly for the actual patterns, not for hybrid, but I felt like her magic was with us, so I'm just gonna let you go, call you, and do this. Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, all the all the flowers are all thrown off for me now, so I'm just like I mean, I know some of them that I haven't gone to, which they're fine, but otherwise I'm not sure. I'm also now all thrown off about who I should give what to, because it's not the same anymore. Again, magical powers. And I know, again, she's also part of DLC stuff, but show them off. The magic. Show them off to everyone around. I mean, I know I said I would stop, but this is more of a semi-positive outlook. I guess you can say that at least you have a shot for getting the item. You know, day 2 doesn't automatically switch in a day, but yeah. I won't repeat what I've been saying over and over again, but you get the gist of what I mean. Maybe, maybe don't. Maybe you're lucky. But we'll go over, sorry, buddy, over here to water. Although we really need to, absolutely have to. That time, nothing, that's okay. The other place was blooming, literally. I guess I'll go here. Oh yeah, it did snow. Yeah. And I just don't care to have other buddy. Ah, memories. $50. And gosh knows when it's gonna show up again. Bitter I am about it all. Gotta figure out a better pattern with this, but that's hard. I mean, I guess the better pattern is actually not having big challenges with us. Probably like the easiest thing. I just like having him though. It's just a fun buddy, and I like not having to pick things up manually, even though there's not a lot to pick up anymore. My silly little patch. Here. Okay. That's fair enough. Not that. Thank goodness. This. Desperate. Because we did it. We totally hiked. It was such a... Whew, sweating. In disappointment. Here. Okay, so I'll take it. I'll take it. I will move along. Feel good about it. Come back here later. Again, I really should have. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. Forget it. Don't think about it. Shh. What do we got? Still a spot. I don't think anything exciting will happen here still. Unless... Unless I keep hoping and then be thoroughly disappointed every time. That's how it goes. Again, I really like the sound. What can I say? Heck yeah! That's what happened to that one. I'm just like, whatever. Send it. And again, she's specifically for patterns, all right? That sad 5%. But again, in my nice little dopamine that I get every time, I feel like having her along boosts it ever so much more. So I feel really great about it. So that's why I keep doing it. And then have the debate of having her along or not, but I can't emphasize that enough. Though, again, me not reading what it meant was, you know, another thing, but that's beside the point. Yes! And who knows? There's chances. Again, 5% chance. That means something, right? Better than other chances. We'll see what we can do. By the powers invested in... Disappointment. 188. Hard. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting to do. Why I would still give it to him. It's his week. What am I doing? I'm missing out on the bonuses of that. Whoops. It's like, I don't need to give him gifts anymore. Batsumaru is what I'm talking about. That was random. Sorry. The game gave it to me, but if the game didn't give it to me, I would have taken the L. It's fine. We get a bundle. All the same. Let me out. Let me out. Either I'm too fast and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so slow, or there's some delay and I'm like, oh my god, they opened up so fast. I know. I've been through both. Mentioned and talked about both experiences. But yes! We got another! Woo! Yay! Heck yeah! But that's the pattern that actually she's helping us with. Other than that, you know, it's fun. Let's see what's happening in here. Hell on Earth, that's what's happening. Kind of looks like hell. Kind of my own hell, really. I'm gonna leave them all for right now. Do that. Magic! Except when it comes to other flowers that are really confusing and make absolutely zero sense for why they can't be planted there, yet others can. Excuse me? Sorry. This one? And you best believe I'm calling out the ones that are supposedly in the water of the beautiful reef. Like, what is that? Why can they be planted here, but then, oh no, the frozen tundra You know what I mean? I just wanted to make a little bit more sense besides them being all special. It goes for some of the others too. But I want to understand where the game is coming from with that. I don't like the inconsistency. It annoys me. Ever so slightly. Yes! Double check those some things. That's fine, I left that there. They're not a huge deal to collect or anything. Not as huge as they once were. Okay. Cool enough. I will take it. I don't mean to do that. Out of habit. Whoopsies. Float. Alright. Then... Oh my gosh, I always... This sticks out like way more than I think sometimes. This is what's happening. Or all the time. Truly, it's all the time I pass there. I think it sticks out very differently or something. Alright. Fair enough. So then... Let me go... back here. Now I can get it. Still want to see. Yeah, I can take those. I can take those. But yeah, I cannot... That's so frustrating. And then on the compost side of things, I can pretty much take almost every single dang flower. Yeah, there they reside. That's really annoying to me. Like, why do I have to dig them up? Is my problem. Alright, sorry, it's not here. Over here. I don't actually remember since they don't glitter any differently. Okay. I'll take those two. And then again, I will look at disappointment. I just think that's lame. Also, that is interesting. I didn't even think about that. Like, why can I even mess with those? Rude. Either case, now I have them. I don't think any of those were pizzazzed or anything. Plus they would reset, I guess you could almost say. Almost! But I think... Minus, of course, some areas, aka in the water, that should take care of all of that. So, in turn, the DLC side of things, again, mixing it in here and there, but... More importantly, it's because that magic can happen. this. Just grab it. This. It's pretty magical. And there we go. All right. So then with that taken care of, we're gonna go back to the plaza and I will have who I really want to have again. Again, I don't know how I really want to do this pattern, but I do like having her around because I do think she helps in some ways. It just, again, it could be in my head, but sometimes when I've gone just as we are, I feel like it doesn't go and work its magic as much, and I feel like it works it just a little bit more. And yes, we have made it to here, so got another quest done, but not again in the ways that I would want to have quests done. Makes me only a little sad. Let's go now all the way over here. Oh yeah. Because he wanted us to fish. As well, which I think is weird that he also can take up 2. But, it's fine. This one. Oh. I should have used my knowledge. Excuse me. My knowledge with fish that I've already caught. So tofu. For you. Where? Just to guarantee that you'll catch it. Okay, I was just seeing if there were any really that mattered here. I mean, there might be, but I just wanted to, I guess you could say, test it for the dialogue change. I know these were pretty difficult to catch. And then also these were very uninterested, probably out of the lot. I remember using, of course, just straight up tofu though. That's for sure. And now you can't do that, so... Tragic. We also got a beautiful stick. So, not quite the swamp monster, I would say, buddy. But, of course, whatever helps you sleep at night. So, when it rained, at some point, those, and that. Okay, so we're not entirely done, possibly, with this area, but I guess what I should do, minus seeing where he's zooming in, grooving to, as they pop in the distance. Oh, I thought they were just right here for those, but I meant to be back here. Visually, I just don't think of this little area. Oh my gosh, how many? Today's treasure is ×3 iron. There we go. We finally see it actually, you know, do its thing. But again, a little disappointing. Okay, the price has also changed. It's 25. That's half. It's back over there. Okay. mean by back over there is because it was over there at another point in time too. I haven't been in here since. That's a funny place for her to show up from. Oh yeah, don't mind me, I was just exploring. Okay. Let me go here. It's happening, of course. The only place that it can, but I'm not interested in that weather phenomena. In fact, we wanted to actually starfall there, so I'm a little bit like, shoot. That, I didn't investigate just a little bit more with the starfall. I completely forgot to make more of these for you, buddy. That's the one thing I forgot when I was doing my spree. I got lost in the masses of other stuff. Okay, yes. It's like I didn't hear the sound. Did it do it? Okay, A. Let's do 25. And there we go. To then go back. And then do this, dismiss. All again. There you go. All right. So that should take care of all of that business. So we can go back over here. Shouldn't yell at us in here because it's not the same spot. But similar. Right up in your face. And then I'll switch it. I saw it too late for Garbo. Why not up there? Or over here. Okay. Okay, right here. Yeah, it does. Dang it. It was just because it was so close to the sign. So it's the same icon, so it's over here. I did not expect it to actually be like the sign. There's the 3 though. Was it worth it? You decide. I think it's worth it. Anytime for iron. Island Spirit found. Island Spirit's way. Right. I almost forgot. Buddy, I'm back. Only because it's your week. Don't hold it against me. Okay. Then I think out of everyone else, I am pretty much settled with for the time being until I regret it till the end of time. And then I'm like, but why though? The one thing I've been neglecting, I guess. Oh my gosh, my melody. Cool. And we're gonna have her again along with you know who, because I do not want to miss out on any extra bonuses. But that will be for DLC side of things, because we're gonna go on our little shopping spree. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it'll be very simple. Okay, the single. I'm gonna spend some gemmies, and then he doesn't help us out. That's totally fine. Guitar takes 10, dude. Oh my gosh. Just having it just spares, if you will. I'm just gonna do this too. My precious, oh my gosh, sticks in my trigger happy self. Well, got an extra. Whether or not I wanted it, that's beside the point. All right. Get the cream. Get the yellow. I'm gonna do it this time. And homie didn't help out at all. Tragic day. But maybe another point in time. But that's the first purchase I've made of DLC or trade. I keep on again want to say purchase because it makes the sound of a purchase. But of course, for events, again, the beautiful fall long coat is now ours. So that's about that. And then yeah, as we slowly make it through, again, we'll get the other beautiful ensembles, hopefully. And I do want to close it out with the beautiful wings. I really want the wings. But we are going to let you go now. You are free. And as much as I really want Buddy for this next part, we gotta let him go. Oh my gosh, we gotta do this. Nice. Let's go. Do this. And now, begin! Oh, jeez. Can you classically pick up stuff again? Yeah, absolutely. Me and Mommy struggling. Uh-oh. The uh-oh is I need to make more. Crap! And this is where the pain begins, isn't it? Give it. I'm just kidding. I mean, again, we got to level 20 like so just blink of an eye. So I'm really not annoyed. The friendship does not grow yet, which is fine. Because instead, we got other fish to fry here, basically, but yeah, you're gone. You're gone. And in turn, home Skilly's gonna be with us, and we're gonna be going around collecting what we can. Again, though, since it is day after, there won't be too much stuff, but I'm gonna do my darndest still to collect all that I can and all that I cherish around and about. Let's go. Buddy. This away to collect all the stuff, the free stuff on the ground, the gemmies, and so forth. We're also gonna want to check the games and see what's actually, you know, being offered. Again, I know that by doing the games, obviously they'll switch out, but oh my gosh, I've got other homie. But I just don't think about him. But yeah, I don't really know how that's really gonna turn out in the long run, but we can, you know, there we go. See what comes of it. Again, I am so sad that I didn't have him first. Oh my gosh, to get to, what a guy, right? On the gems. Because I didn't even think about it. Until I saw it before my very eyes, and I was like, what? You mean he can give us more? Well, of course he could. Let alone let the actual rock work on that in the first place. Say what now? Because you know the game would be stingy. Let's not deny. But we also want to craft something very important over there. But we're gonna do that in a little bit. Left it off as a cliffhanger. It might be left off a little bit as a cliffhanger again. Alright. I don't really care about that stuff. Again, I know it's about me playing, which speaking of playing, we went around many places and lit these up and then nothing happened still. So I'm like, I don't know where the rest are. Like I'm a little bit lost. But that's okay. I can be lost. Oop. Get this. That. And honestly, I think that's probably the most exciting part. I mean, we of course have the other areas for you know what, but it doesn't excite me as much as those. Yeah, see, it's just the heart. Like, why is it just the heart for the hardest one, you know? Like, you would hope it would be a little bit more important, but nope. But I probably will be doing that for a little bit. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. Nice. I was hoping to get a new one. But you can maybe tell my disinterest in it is very strong. Because I do think it's a weak part of the game. So, not as excited to do it. We're here a little early. That's okay. Again, not spending our precious jewels on that yet. Again, none of these need the... I mean, there's only one. And again, if I just, you know, make you all wait patiently, I could just brute force it, but I won't do that. I'm nicer. Sorry, I meant this because I won't stall the making. I'll go ahead and make it. Want this? Oh, I didn't think about the... I always forget. I didn't think about the, colors. Whoa, that was... Hello? Sorry, I meant to hold it down. That was a little something. I guess green is fine. I just try to make them different colors. The emerald. And then this. And then ta-da! Alright? Ew. Just kidding. And there we go! I turned into a critter. And I forgot that I would have wanted to change for other reasons, but we get another one for speed. Huh. Okay. I mean, sure. I know I haven't really called out too much, let alone earlier on, about the extra boost we get, but that's fine. I just wanted to see it. That dang heart. We'll get to 23 next time, it's fine. Not a big deal. But what is a big deal, other than it will be steaming later, is that we gotta go back to that panel over there because we have the magic. But before we do, go ahead and trigger it. Well, oh my gosh, get stuck on a rock. We'll be doing a little cut, and then the magic will be revealed. Hopefully so. I mean, shoot, it took 50 and we were 2 away, and I messed that up royally by doing other stuff. But, you know, that's sometimes how it works. But that beautiful panel is what we're gonna step on in just a moment. Okay, the time has come. Let's do it. Oh. 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 So yeah, now do the pieces in the puzzle make a lot more sense, right? When we were just over here, and then, you know, we had this, but it looked a little empty, just a teeny tiny bit, and then, you know, granted, there was this little bit that was maybe sticking out, and yep, sure enough, this is another piece to the puzzle. Now, truly, the magic was, of course, locked behind turning into the Flockadoodler. That's how we can get up here. Besides that, we'll have to explore and go around to see, but gosh darn this Forster ruining it yesterday, given that, again, if I didn't make this one first, we would have been able to get here. And that's all it took too, was this beautiful magic distance with our Flockadoodler. But as far as what else we have, we shall see. That is what we need. I mean, first and foremost, that's for that, which is nice and all. Save it. And then, okay, so another photo spot of sorts. Sorry, I meant to, in a way, talk to it. There we go. And then, again, it doesn't really do what I need it to do, so I'll save the terrible image, it's fine. And then, supposedly, it's marked it off, as it were. Right? Yeah, there it is. And then, alright. Hi, buddy. Okay. Fair enough. I think you're gonna really bother me in a different way, buddy. I hate this, but... pretend that, you know, there isn't just a gaping space off to the left. Alright, saving it again. And then we can do this little magic trick, shall we? They really love their patterns. I don't blame them. Yep, there we go. very whimsy. Okay, Critter Temple. Sort of, but then 2 other places. I say sort of because after all it is a little block. Let's see how many magics it takes to unblock, huh? Oh my gosh, it changed immediately. I was not ready for that because the other ones did not. Oh, heck. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. And who blocked it, by the way? Okay. Oh my gosh. Again, the color actually makes sense here. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting worried. I love your hat. Spelled. Behold, do you see? See what? What? My genius! Just looks like some empty pedestals. Is your genius invisible? What beauty lies in the many creatures of our Whedon wonderland. Beauty is yet unpreserved against the reigns of time. Enter spell, the magnificent, the subliminal talented. Oh, that's you, okay. Speak to me, spell. Just what did I do to deserve such an uninspiring eclipse? Why, I'm so very glad you asked. Just go with it. With one glance of my subject upon the pillar, I am able... No! Obligated by the beauty and the wonder to recreate the subject entirely out of alabaster stone. Like, make a statue? So you're a sculptor. You appear dubious. Well then, there is nothing left to do but try. A creature atop a pedestal, that is all I require. A creature. Okay. Translation. If there's a critter on a pedestal, Spelt can create a stone sculpture. I do not know if that K is pronounceable on the H, but Horasan? Horasan? We want to get stone sculptures of all the critters. I was a little worried. If I didn't talk to you, beautiful one, that it was gonna be weird again. Okay. So is this how we are supposed to get critters, you say? We got the instruction. Uh-huh. Okay, that's how we get it. Oh boy. I am terrified of these instructions. I'm just gonna... do that. But I was curious. Because there were some curious places that were missing stuff. Okay. foul. Last but not least. For now. Alright. We done did the deeds. Aha! Grind, behold my glory! You see, you see! Verily I was able to create the creature's wonder! More, my friend. Let us fill this temple with wonderful creatures. You know, honestly, I think that this makes a lot more sense of having the critters, because then they can stay where they belong, don't pay attention to my bag, and then not be stuck. You know what I mean? Speaking of stuck. Huh. Blast them. Okay, another one of these panels. Okay. I'm just gonna take a detour. Very scary detour. Oh god. Oh gosh. Yep, floating whimsy, alright. Star. That freaked me out. But they were disappearing. We were not seeing things, they were happening real time. Alright, let's save. That's such a weird thing to show, though. Confused I am. We're gonna hope for the best with this. Okay. I do not like that, though. Getting steamy and gemstone. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh, it put me exactly where I fell. Nice. Love it. Sorry, not used to it. Let's do this. I'm just not used to it. It's so weird. Controls, man. I just wanted to see. I can get there though. I was worried that they were gonna break. Dun dun dun! Alright. Obviously we can't do that right now. But you know it. You know it in your heart of hearts, what you gotta do, what you gotta be. The dream. Okay. Grand. Okay. Just shot it one extra time. Why not? Oh, jeez. Dude! No way. Anytime we've had to run towards the camera, it's been a terrible time. I despise you as a being. Okay. Because I didn't have access to you yet. And that destroyed me. Okay. I have a question. Will you change outfits? You're gonna wear that now. I should have done that sooner because we could both be in crowns. Alright. That's ridiculous. By the way. Pain. God. Okay, sorry. I am fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm chill. More amazing music. Oh, are you so serious, dude? Can you tell that I love platformers? I mean, isn't it so freaking fun? Yeah, it's so fun. I love it. You know what? That's fine. It's us still, right? It should be good. No crashing, please. All right. Nope. I can't do this. I literally cannot right now. Oh my gosh. Ah, the buttons, the habit, the pain. All right. 15. So, unfortunately, I do not have one. I only have the sum. Okay, curious. We can't count. That's my problem. This is what I wanted. And yeah. Okay. That will just stay like that. These equals business, I'm like, what you're trying to tell me right now? Am I supposed to catch him like this or like? Well, I can't catch him like the other way, dudes. The last time that Garbo happened, I literally It literally despawned. I'm tilted. That is when I fell and because I missed and then yeah, it just sucked. I hate you. Thank you. Alright, a Flider. I hate you with a party passion because you make me frustrated. Emmer. I'm quite busy, unfortunately. Busy doing what? Oh my gosh, floating whimsy, whimsy, whimsy. Okay, we got... Oh, no. My god, dang it. Falling in any game is the most infuriating thing to me. And having to catch these, it's going to be interesting. Obviously having home skilly with us. The best thing, you I'm cool. Anyways, will help us. No, fuck ja. Are you serious? I didn't even realize it put me there. It's terrible. It's terrible. So annoying. I do not appreciate falling out of the most dumbest... I need to transform anymore, just automatically. The dumbest ways. Alright. I'm cool. Wow! But is it this one? It is, but more importantly, let's activate this. My god. Alright, Sky and Seek. Oh. I forget which one I was using. Oh my gosh. Okay, good, it's that one. I'm so chill. I have no idea. Not losing my mind at all. Again, I can't be hit to miss, but well, this is great and big and grand and all. Do you see what I don't see? If you're thinking it, you know exactly what I'm thinking. And it's definitely showing its colors right now. And I don't understand why this one happens to be the one that works for those posts, but Man, all the whimsy. Looking for any friends? Oh my gosh, dude, really? Thank you. I'm like, am I even... I can't even tell. Okay, so that really is confusing, but that's fine. Okay, whatever. Sorry. Going up. And so just about here. That's it. On this side. But there's like nothing here, by the way. Just... Alright. Now here's where we get stopped because I don't have that critter. And the game expected me to turn into that critter, by the way. And that was cruel. I just mean it's cruel because then it's just like, well, that was a wasted day. Dang, another? How would you even have enough? That's evil. You all irritate me a lot for existing right now. Can I just say, just existing in space. You know what? Where's my homie? Where is he? Depth perception, you suck. This is so annoying. Ba-boom. Okay. I do not understand this hell. Above us. It's not super easy to tell, I gotta say. That sucks cheeks, dude. Alright. That is for that critter. I should also double, triple check. Where? Okay, 46. I would be 4 short anyway, so it doesn't even flippin' matter. Yeah, so I guess I can save my extra bits about this for the end again, because after all, you know, we just have one more. But I think again, it's already pretty clear how I feel about the area. I think it's also pretty clear how I feel about this. But this whole area was probably the most exciting out of the DLC. And everything else that they've added on, I appreciate it, but again, I think it's pretty clear how I feel. I've used the word many times. But what sucks is really the critter part right now. Like, that's the thing that really is just sucking. Because of that critter. Which, again, the game was like, yeah, you can turn into that. Turn into that for Ibifry. And I'm like, I can't turn into that critter. What are you talking about? And the game is like, oh, yes, you can. You can absolutely turn into that critter. And I'm like, no, I can't, man. No, I can't. But speaking of that critter, and again, I just put my controller down, I'm going to double check that critter's requirements, if you will. So until I have the knowledge of said requirements. Oh, there you are, buddy. Look at that. Timing is everything. Let's freaking go, buddy. All right, it's time to hunt. So yes, this is the place. The time is right on schedule, honestly. It happened just like that, right before our very eyes. Just spawned right next to us. Thanks, Karopi. You're such a homie. Now, can I get another? Can I get another? Please. Yes, buddies, yes. Totally not repeating other creatures. Never. That's an entirely different thing. But yes, we're gonna basically be farming again and again. I can't do anything at the current moment though, unfortunately. So they're just gonna be chilling with us until the end of time. But that's okay. Until the next time though. It's not really the end of time, it's just next time. And then we can make more progress upward. But just to be 4 away again is really painful and really annoying. I even had my melody this time. What a guy. I know my melody is not a guy. I'm talking about just the creatures. It was just I'm more throwing shade at myself because I didn't have my melody yesterday and then I needed it and then it was so sad. Double whammy, triple whammy, let's freaking go, buddies. Just kidding. It could have been another though, hiding in the bushes and the shrubberies. They like to hide in the sand too. I could dream that 3 could, you know, just dance. Yes. I mean, 2 seems to be, of course, again, the true limit. And then the others are just so much more frequent. The novelty of it all. But we also want to catch the other critter. But unfortunately, time is about that. Which also, speaking of time, it will be steaming later, unfortunately. Weather phenomena. Be holding out. Look at that. Just teasing us down there. You gotta turn into that. Well, gee, if I could. I would. There you are, buddy. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, 2 more. I just get confused of where they put them, because I don't look at them that much, and the organization is a little wonky. Dance. Thanks, buddy. So also, again, too, now that we actually get to see the critter in, you know, the overworld, as it were, excuse me? It's, I guess you could say moves the same as the other. But pattern-wise, again, it's gonna be thrown off when we have Karopi versus it just being wild. So again, trying to find the one that's different is really just a shame of a game. It's a scam. What you can say. And then depth perception and all that other stuff that I was saying before, but... Alright. Sorry, wrong. Out of habit, though. But there we go. And then, huh. Don't you look familiar? But I digress. I digress. So, unfortunately for the other one, I don't think there's even an easy way for me to get there. Oh, it's just annoying instead. I think the time right now is not ideal, so decisions. Okay. Well, I guess I could do this just to be on the safe side, because this game is like freaking mean. And then what I'm gonna do is do what I should have, maybe could have done, but you know, the game is weird, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And then once I'm done, we'll go back and we'll see what we can do for part 2 of collecting all the friends. Alrighty. I don't have any critters yet for you, but we'll just hop along. And then just don't fall, yo. The funniest of arches, I gotta say, for that still. Oh dear. Of all of them. So fun. Now, I wish y'all would be over here, because then it's just bigger. But no. Let me fall. No! Come. Oh my gosh. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am so fine. You have no idea how fine I am, you know? I'm not losing my mind on platforming whatsoever. Never. I would never lose my mind. I am zen. Alright, but these are the critters that I'm trying to get, so it's fine. As they cheekily glide. Like, why can't I do a jump and use it? I didn't actually do a jump and use it. The depth perception decided to be nice to me. But, you know, it begs the questions. And it begs the answers. Why? Again, I'll give my 2 cents at the end of the video, so I won't clutter the rest. But again, I've pretty much shared my 2 cents. But, you know, just in case, I'll save it. It's good. It's chill. Alright, I see you. And then I don't see you. It's fine. Fine, it's fine. Ah, friends. That was my, like, little mini step away. You want to come back? You want to say hello? You don't have to say hello all the way over there, though. You know, you could say a little bit of a hello over here. I mean, I guess if I'm not trying to reach you, you know, it's good. Oh, I already know, though. Spoilers! Come here. Yes! Another one down. How many more to go? Sorry, too far. And then 1 extra. Or 2. So fun! Come here. Another one down. As painful as this is, but it is. And I despise the weather phenomenon in this game too, so it's like, how will this actually work? Don't tell me. Well, to be fair, also, I've actually not messed with the weather. I have left that part of the game out. Really though, bro? You're just gonna... Alright. That's fine. I don't care. Troll. Gliding higher up. What is this? How you getting that little mini draft? No! You know what? Fine. I wanted to reset. This is how I can reset. I do wish, though, that when you fell, it just was a little bit faster in the time that you're falling. Like, it recognizes that you've fallen. It's like touching lava, right? The lava, you're done. Like, even the tiniest little tiny sliver, and it just automatically resets you. And now I know with this, you can, you know, if you fall, like you can kind of guide it, right? So it's a little different, but like, I would take the more quicker reset, honestly. Let me get mad at something else instead. Hey. Do it. And then cut me off. Just kidding. I kid. I forgot about that. Huh. Curious about with other friends. Nah, buddies. Took a little detour. Sorry. Sorry. One and a spare. You're really just gonna... Okay. Yep. They really... You gonna... Okay. So when we're able to come here, how much are we gonna be truly gliding to the point where then as soon as I hit like this invisible wall, it's like you're just gonna be grounded right now. Can't forget that. But that's 10, but I still want, you know, one more to have and to hold and to cherish, so that's what we're gonna do. Easy. All right. So, we have enough. But that was so annoying. I didn't even land. Okay, I landed. I landed! Like, what a troll spot. And for all the more of these beautiful friends. Yep, they're absolutely friends. They're not obnoxious at all. So again, the last time we were here at this beautiful tree, it was 29. So, how many? 4 more? Ding, dude! Ah! I mean, I knew I didn't have enough. I wanted to know how many were left out of the 29 that were requested from the last time we visited. And of course! But it helped out quite a bit. Now, of course, again, you know, not being able to make the piece is, again, unfortunate. That is too, because, again, don't have enough. But, you know, progress was made in the ways of newer critters, but alas. Again, I'll leave my thoughts for the end of the video, so if you don't want to hear it, but again, I've kind of shared basically my thoughts throughout. But truly now, minus this one little sphere that we do technically at the current moment, basically you could say have the whole bit unlocked. There is a lot to be said about the DLC right over there. Of course, there's still more to it, right? There's still more with this, and then getting cutesy little bits and pieces, which is fine, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, if outfits and all suit your fancy, they suit your fancy, but I do like outfits, sure, but I also like a little bit more of other things when it comes to games, which, speaking of a little more when it comes to games, let me just see something really quickly. My thoughts are still thinking about it. Okay. So then it's still you. Sorry, because it's you that I need. Yes, okay. Oh my gosh. You need that many, you say? Alright. At least, again, they're just the flex, but wow. And then this is again where they are. Sorry. Did not go to the fact that we got instructions versus recipes and etc, etc. So, they're here. I kind of thought they were going to look like something else, actually, statue-wise. So I feel a little bit confused about that, but maybe I misunderstood what it all meant, what it was supposed to be. But maybe it still is what I think, but that's a lot of flex and not a lot of ways to get them. Again, too, let's be real, getting them kind of boring. Because you know the only way I like to get them, which is right over here, because I think that's just the easiest one to keep on repeating over and over again. But yeah, I really thought that it's going to be a little bit different. I have no idea if you can even do anything. It's going to be steamy in the resort. But yeah, I'm a little confused by that, unless maybe it still means something. Maybe it doesn't. But either case, we definitely did quite a bit here, and thus there's still a little bit that I do plan to do, and hoping that maybe something will come of it. But it's going to be definitely a hit or miss. I'm not going to care, and it's going to be a YOLO. So, though that will happen in just a moment. And okay, as I said, yeah. No, I can't. 187. YOLO. Ow, you wish. Brubby over there, of course. Next time, no. The dumbest, absolute dumbest advice. I cannot get over that. Sorry, this one. Let's go. Yeah, they be rolling. I'm glad they be rolling, huh? Rolling to the corner. I couldn't be rolling there. He'd be back right behind me. Of course, he would be right behind me. I'm really just like... and the way that I'm playing this is just swinging. You know? You could give us better rewards. I'm not even paying attention to the facts if they even do anything different there. I hate how close I've been around you, but you still evade me. I want to change that sign. That's so cheeks, dude. You can't be clipping in like that either, man. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Quartz. Let's go. Alright. Finally. In my head I was like, think of look for the one that's not moving. Okay, so unfortunately it changed to that, but whatever. That is an item. I'm looking for the stones. Don't know anything. Oh, you were over there. Ah. Okay. Oh, you be flapping away, dude. Oh, you can't just do that though. Oh my gosh, I wanted this one, dude. It was still wrong. Damn, you're over there. This is so hard. Stop telling me the advice. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Wasting away. Oh, not this again. Your speed is impeccable. That is nothing. Let's go. I don't even know how these critters move yet, game. Oh, you're supposed to base it off of the other critters. That's how you know. No, that's not fair. You can't say that they're the same critter and they just are reskinned. That's cheating. Okay. Oh, gee. We barely can see them, though. Oh my gosh. Just keep on getting gems. I'm not even saving. I'm just letting it go. Just letting it. We'll send it. Dude. Be in the corner. Well, we're just getting base freaking gems too. I mean, like, why even the other ones are so special to begin with? What makes them so special, you know? Guessed. We got the Ottoman. And 7. Let's go. Dang, it's just gonna be that. That kinda sucks. I also forgot that you were with me, buddy. I don't know if you're throwing me off or not. Alright. Let's go again. I like how he pieced out of here. Wow. Damn. Forts again. Hard. Let's go. Oh dear. You weren't even moving, dude. I closed my eyes and didn't even know. I just swung. Oh my gosh. Dang it, it's just a heart again. Alright, this game is rigged. But I purposely want to get new stuff. Since it's just a heart again, I don't care. Ruby, you can stay there. So, as far as critters go, whoop, 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 whoop. We got 2 new ones, but alas. Can't say the same about how we're gonna get the others. We got another one of those. We did really well with the beautiful Guardians of the Grain, am I right? And then also plans. Making progress, though. Honestly, they're not even plans because they're more so the instructions for things now, aren't they? And then 2 there. And then, of course, we got some new tunes, which is pretty sweet. Of course, they're here versus the other, but I guess that's beside the point in terms of total. Also, though, for photo ops, we found a beautiful another spot. And, of course, there's just 2 others, which, again, the notification for them, it's not super obvious. But in turn, we are going to be taking a little bit of a detour to the Snow Village, but specifically, I think the False Peak, is it? I need to go to. Not for you. Or unless it what? I think this actually now counted for me to finish it. Yeah, this was the one. That I was struggling with. Okay, so that's good, though I don't know what that actually means for what I've collected, because I'm a little lost. I don't know. That is, if it counted the actual victory so that I got the resources. But I want to check that because it was broken before the update. So I wanted to come back here for it. I'm gonna hope it's good, but I've been accidentally forgetting to check that, and thought I should check. So for me, it's been completed. Yeah, not sure about the other bits, but speaking of little bits, we're gonna dismiss you, and then we're also going to dismiss you. So I would say that once again we had pretty much a full day in the way of quests, and I already cleared them, so I was like, wait, no, we're good. But yeah, going back to that, we had a full day of quests and discoveries with all that there is to hold and to cherish in the game, minus apparently a character hat. But that's okay, because, you know, with the future holds the brightest of stars, and that is to, of course, be able to transform eventually into other critters. But the question it will be and lies, well, make sure that we don't transform into the wrong critter. So that's the thing that's a little bit scary, right? Or that is to make the wrong critter wand. But, you know, I can appreciate and respect the wands, though they're getting a little bit, I would say long in the ways of scrolling through. So some of them are a little bit lost in the midst of everything else. But hey, maybe that's okay. It's okay to be a little lost, but just like the knoll. But with this, how many did I leave? 7, that's fine. 6, that's also fine. 12, that's cool. 32. Well, whole new area did open up, so what do you do about that? These are, I think, at their camp. There's 30 there, but oh my gosh. Oh, the fallen one. Oh my gosh. Oh, I used to have so many. Let's yeah, let's just get you on the order, it's fine. So we'll have that for next time, but just thought I'd review what was left with the knoll there. Besides that, though, of course, no visitors as of yet, but again, by logging in and hoping for the best, those are coming again in just 2 days. You know, 2 precious days, which still is quite a few, though, I gotta say. That is, though, all of them could request something, and thus progress can be made. Again, otherwise, these are going to be waiting a bit until I make a cabin for them, which again is not my top priority. But oh my gosh, I'll never get used to it. As far as, again, the wands go, again, our new and improved way of transforming is here. But again, a lot of them are just speed-based, which is a little kind of boring. I mean, you know, again, it's cool that we embody the critter, and this one's for soaring, right? So, like, cinnamon roll. But, you know, that's great and all. So if we go to, like, you know, this little critter, again, it's speed. It's all about the speed. No air. Just kidding. We do get some air, just a little very lightly, but it's just speed based, so I mean, I get it just for the way the critter works. And if we have a buddy, you know, do we feel faster? Maybe a little bit, maybe not, but yeah, I'm not totally sold on it. And then again, same with soaring, but again, a little bit disappointing. So hopefully though, as we saw a little bit more of what's to come, that is to clear more beautiful wheat hearts, maybe, just maybe I'll be surprised, and maybe the best transformation is still yet to come. But before then, we will just have the mystery and lore of course, what does it mean that an arc required an ass for one to be a stick? And of course too, with all the critters in their precious gates, what in turn will be revealed as time goes on once the weather phenomena truly actually is back, also in the DLC portion of the game. And of course, what will it be like to eventually get down to it and create what is, of course, at the creation stations, given that the statues? What else do they mean? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time. And of course too, if you'd like to stick around for the little bit that I will have to have a bit more of the reason why I was kinda already showing and feeling what I was feeling for the DLC, but no worries if you don't want to hear all that I have to say, because of course you can just skip that and look forward to the next video. But what's next, of course, is my ongoing rants about the DLC. So here it is. And okay, once again, I'm back with my ranting as I like to do, and we're just still in the resort, but it is, of course, having the wonderful weather phenomena happening over there, but we don't need to worry about that weather phenomena. Instead, we can talk about how I'm feeling now at this point about the DLC. I said a little bit during the playthrough, but I thought I'd also go over it a little bit more than just in that part, in case you don't want to listen to it. But if you're here listening to it, thank you so much. And of course, if you're enjoying, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But nevertheless, I still stand by it. By this area was probably the most exciting, the main central hub. And then when it extended, I was like, okay, sure. But you know, I was starting to feel a little bit of the emptiness. Of course, you know, going through and around, I mean, yeah, there's stuff out here, but it still felt a little bit like, okay, then what, you know, why else am I out here a little bit, you know? I mean, okay, cool, more statues, more wheat hearts, yeah, don't get me wrong, but, and I didn't actually know this until I looked some stuff up, to be fair, for this extra area, because I was looking specifically, right, for the one critter that I couldn't transform into, because I was like, okay, where is this critter? Oh, it's in an area I don't have unlocked yet. Oh, you need this critter wand, and this critter wand for you to actually be here. Okay, well, that's cool, and that is to get it, which again was over here. And yeah, this is where I feel like, again, when the announcement, right, of like, this is the biggest, you know, space. If you're gonna say it's a big space and basically not fill the space, there's a lot to be said about that. And I feel like that is a little bit misleading. It just sucks. This area sucks. I don't like it. And I can get over the platforming, although platforming is not my highlight in games, to be fair. I am not a platformer kind of person. So, right, when falling, it is a little frustrating to fall as many seconds as one does fall before it's like, oh, okay, reset, okay? And then again, you can guide it, so it's not like, okay, when you're falling, you should be reset automatically. But like, if the game could just register it a little bit sooner if you're just falling straight down, that would be nice. Again, I mean like straight down. Besides that, of course, we have to create the critter wand to finally get to the, you know, you could say, or at least this critter wand to hopefully get to the final area of this whole bit. But I just don't like the emptiness. It doesn't feel complete, and it just leaves me wondering what really happened here. honestly, like, what more to this story and lore are we really gonna get? Which I feel a little bit is missing at this point with how empty right now it feels given the level ups. And we're not really getting anything else right now from also the owls hanging around. From the fowls, excuse me. Brian, is that how you pronounce it? I'm terrible, but regardless of them hanging around and me totally butchering their names, let alone having them having actual names, I really wanted to dive into this with hope that it would feel more full. And with this whole area, it's leaving more of a hole in my thoughts about the DLC and totally what it's worth. And while I do feel that it's, I mean, give or take how you feel about spending what you want to spend. Again, everyone has their limits and all that. With all that they've added, sure, you could say 15, again, rounded, and where I'm located, $14.99, is air quotes fair, but I do find it a little unfair when it comes to this just being a lot of empty space. And I understand they want to make it an interesting area, right? Not just, you know, straightforward and flat like the first area, right? And to feel, you know, expansive, you could say expansive and expensive. Yes, I do mean expensive because let's be real, some of the stuff that they want you to do is a little pricey. But besides that, it just, oh man, it's not as fun. And then it's really hard to keep track too of where you're at and the different tiers. Like, you can see the tiers a lot better, I would say, right now on the moon than in the DLC, because also on the moon it was looking a little bit flat. All right, before. So if we take a look here, it did not look like this. Like, these areas right here were not as, you know, shaded underneath as they are since the update. So I'm hoping that, sorry, just hitting the wrong buttons because of my other habits of playing, but my hope is that that can be probably polished up so that this can look a little bit more accurate to where you are tier wise. But with the tiers, again, I cannot be bothered. And then right now, I would say that for the leveling, I'm okay with the fact that now we're being a little bit more slowed down with it. And again, since we got to 20, it's like, oh my gosh, but that only leaves and begs the question of how much it's actually going to reflect in leveling up for these last little bits, because oh my gosh. that's really all I feel about it a little bit. It's just like, oh my gosh, because oof. But hey, again, if they can do it for one character, maybe they need to adjust a certain other character. Also when it comes to, the characters, that is when it comes to the critters, as we're, fully seeing how they're kind of forming to be, don't get me wrong, I think the introduction of the fowl are pretty cool. I do like that there's at least some other entity out there as well, but I can't help but miss the fact that for these, I mean, I'm happy, I guess, in some ways, but I'm also a little bit disappointed that some of them are just kind of reskinned a little bit. Well, not necessarily when it comes to the butterflies, if you will, but some of the other ones, I'm just kind of like, they are cute, don't get me wrong, but I'm also kind of like, eh. And also they're not in the same order, but here's where it is. It's kind of a shrug. Because then it feels like then transforming into them feels a little less magical, especially too when it comes to their extra abilities, which again would have been nice if we could actually, you know, flap our wings and fly. But that's just, you know, how it goes when it comes to of course, creating and making creatures and characters, right? Sometimes it's just easier, and I don't blame him for that. I mean, why not? But that also makes me wonder, of course, too, given that the noodles, right, the instant cup of noodles, right, for the lovely ways that that works, excuse me, how also it ties truly in with just the base game. I really also want to see that happen, because I feel like they're just little hints and drops, but maybe if there was some bigger and more explanation of that, then I would kind of forgive the fact of the creatures being a little bit reskinned. Maybe. That's a huge maybe. But I'm still looking forward to, of course, exploring the area. Don't get me wrong about that. I still am looking forward to, you know, seeing what more comes, of course, once we get to the right leveling up, of course, and thus continuing the actual story quest. And of course, seeing who, again, too, is next for the Guardians. Because again, it kind of did that thing where it's going really, really fast. Minus the fact that I also had some blossoms and also the bouquet. Because they also gave us blossoms, let's be fair. But again, the pacing, the slowdown is unfortunately showing its little bit true colors. Now, of course, it is dependent on if I log in, right? If I skip a day and don't give, you know, her the gifts, then of course that's me missing out on a day. But without thinking of that and the punishment that that also holds, I kind of almost wish that it wasn't as fast-paced at the start. I do kind of wish more it was a slower build-up, because I feel like it would have been more rewarding. But we'll just see, and we'll see it how it all goes down as we keep on playing, and then truly we'll have a more conclusive, you could say, that is, I will maybe have a conclusive feeling too of how I truly feel about the DLC. But that's what I wanted to say about it. And again, of course, I kind of shared those feelings through it. I was trying to hold it back, but I think it was pretty obvious on how I was already feeling about it. And again, this was a fear, but let's hope those fears, you know, subside as we continue. So again, too, if you stuck around for this part of the video, appreciate it. And of course, do all the things that I mentioned before. I won't say them again. You'll hear a little outro that I usually have, of course, attached to these videos. If you do stick around for that. If you do, leave a comment. Whatever, almost whatever you'd like, you know, be it Hello Kitty related. That way I'll know. And of course, as always, until next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.